Welcome first graders to Knox County Schools elementary reading video for activity 3. My name is Mrs. Willenberg. Before we get started today, if you're having trouble hearing or understanding me, try these 4 tips. The first one is to turn on closed captions if you have that available. The second is to adjust the playback speed to slow down the video. Third, consider watching shorter clips, then pause, listen, and watch it again. The fourth is to ask someone in your home to watch the video with you. That way you can stop and talk with them about what you heard and understood. I'm excited to spend some time with you this week. We're going to be reading, talking, and writing together. We're going to start by learning 2 new vowel teams today. We will also look at a few new high-frequency words that we'll see in our I Can Read passage. We will continue our learning about great ideas. We will read half of our story, Dot and Jabber and the Great Acorn Mystery, and we'll continue reading the second half of our story in Activity 4. We will discuss our question for the week, how do we solve mysteries? You will all have a chance to write using the information we read in our story. As we write in response to the text, we will learn how to write detailed sentences that support our topic sentence. Let's get started. I have 2 vowel patterns that we're going to be learning today. Learning these patterns will help us to read the I Can Read passage. You can find this on Knox County Schools website under Student Resources. Both of these vowel patterns are used to spell the ow sound in words. They have some different generalizations or rules of when to use them. We're going to learn that today. The first pattern you see is OU. The vowel team OU is used to spell the ow sound. Our keyword to help us remember OU is ouch. Where do you hear the ow sound in the word ouch? Let's stretch out the sounds in the word ouch together. Ouch. I hear the ow sound at the beginning of the word. When you hear the ow sound at the beginning of the word, you use OU to spell it. Most of the time we use OU to spell the ow sound in the middle of a word. The next pattern is OW. The vowel team OW is also used to spell the ow sound. Our keyword to help us remember OW is brown. You can hear the ow sound in the middle of the word brown. Let's stretch it out and listen. B, r, ow, n. Most of the time, when you hear the ow sound at the end of the word, it is spelled OW, but it can sometimes be used to spell the ow sound we hear in the middle of the word, like in the word brown. We're going to look at some pictures and sentences to help us remember these vowel teams. The first one we see is OW. Remember, our keyword for OW is brown. You can see a picture of a brown cow. In the word cow, I hear the ow sound. Cow is another word where I hear the ow sound at the end. I'm going to go through and say the sentence and the vowel names and sounds. Listen. O-W, ow. O-W, ow. How now, brown cow. Try it with me. O-W, ow. O-W, ow. How now, brown cow. Let's take a look at our other vowel team. We have OU. Remember, our keyword for OU is ouch. In this picture, you can see that there is a cloud that is crying. In the word cloud, I hear the ow sound. I know most of the time when I hear the ow sound in the middle of the word, it is spelled with the OU. Sometimes you might cry if you get hurt. You also might say ouch. Ouch is our keyword to help us remember the sound OU spells. I'm going to go through and say the vowel names, sounds, and the sentence. Listen to me first. O-U, out. O-U, out. Ouch, said the cloud. Try it with me. O-U, out. O-U, out. Ouch, said the cloud. Now that we've reviewed our ow vowel patterns, let's practice reading some of those words that have the ow sound. We have 2 columns of words. At the top of each column, there's a picture that goes along with our key words. Those pictures will help remind us of the vowel pattern sound. Take a look at the first column. When we first come to a word, good practice is to find the vowel or vowel team that you see. When we look at this word, I see OU. Remember that the spelling OU stands for the ow sound, like in ouch. We're going to highlight the OU so that when we go back and make the sounds in the word to read it, we'll remember it says ow. Let's make the sounds in this word and read it together. K, ow, n, t, count. That word is count. Take a look at the next word. What vowel team do you see in this word? OU. Let's highlight it. Let's go back and make the sounds to read it. K, l, ow, d, cloud. That word is cloud. The next word is a little tricky, but we're going to pull it apart together. First, let's find the vowel team. I see OU. Do you see it? We're going to highlight that OU. Do you see anything else in this word that is important for us to point out before we try and read it? That's right, TH. TH is a digraph, which are two letters that spell one sound. We're going to underline the TH to remind us that it stands for one sound. Let's read this word together. South. South. That word is south. Take a look at the next word. We're going to highlight the OU to remind us it says ow. Let's go through and make the sounds. L, ow, r, flower. Now this flower is not something that would grow in your garden. This flour is what you use to cook with. Last word, we're going to highlight that vowel team, OU, to remind us it says ow. Let's go through and make the sounds. R, ow, n, d, round. That word is round. Take a look at the next column. Remember, the first thing that we do is find the vowel team. In this word, I see OW. I remember OW says ow, like in the word brown. I'm going to highlight that OW to remind me what it says. Let's go through and say the sounds. B, ow, bow. That word is bow. Take a look at the next word. What vowel team do you see? OW, me too. Let's go through and make the sounds. D, ow, n, down. That word is down. What about the next word? OW. Let's say the sounds to read the word. K, l, ow, n, clown. Great job, friends. The next word is a little longer. What do you notice? Yes, it has two vowel patterns. This tells us that there will be two syllables in this word. What is the first vowel team that you see in this word? OW. Let's highlight that. Any other vowels that you see? ER. Yes, ER is a vowel R pattern. What sound does ER say? Yes. We're going to circle ER to remind us when we go back and read it that it says Let's go back and make the sounds in this word together to read it. L, ow, flower. This word is flower. The last word in this column, what should we highlight? OW. Yes, it reminds us that it says ow. Do you see anything else in this word? Yes, there's that ER again. We're going to circle that ER. This word is similar to the last word because it has more than one syllable. Now that we've broken this word apart, let's go back and make the sounds to read it. T, ow, tower. Fabulous job, friends. You all did an excellent job with that. I would encourage you to pause the screen right now if you're able to. This will give you a chance to go back and reread all of the words that we just decoded together. It's always a good idea to go back and reread our word list to help us become more fluent readers. Now we're going to learn some high frequency words that we will see in our passage. I want you to listen as I go through and say these words. Door, should, loved, would. Try it with me. Door, should, loved, would. Excellent job. If you're able to pause the screen right now, I would encourage you to do that so you can go back and read them again on your own. Now that we've learned two vowel teams that spell the ow sound and we learned some new high frequency words, let's use what we've learned to read our passage. We're going to read our I can read passage. In this passage, our high frequency words are already highlighted. We're going to go through and read it together. Are you ready? How do you help at home? Do you ever throw out trash? Can you help pick up wood sticks in the yard when dad or mom mows? Maybe you make sure you always close the door after you open it. Or you take your shower without being asked. Kids are loved, but they should show they care too. This story was about ways kids can help at home. What was one way that these kids mentioned they could help? That's right. In this story, they mentioned a few things. They said you could throw out trash, pick up sticks, close the door, or take a shower without being asked. Have you ever done any of these things? If you're able to pause the screen right now, I would encourage you to do that so you can go back and reread this passage on your own.